Hi guys, this is your friend Clifton David Rand with another episode of CDR Inspiration. And I know a lot of persons are going to be looking at the title of this live today and asking, why is he saying to open the nation's borders? Well guys, today I want to talk to you about a nation that you are responsible for. A nation that borders doesn't necessarily need to be closed. There's no pandemic in this nation, and this nation is called your imagination. Guys, let me tell you something. I've been thinking about this a whole lot, that so many persons, because of the global pandemic, because of what is happening across the globe, so many persons have shut down. They have locked their minds. They have closed the borders of their imagination. Now, I went and looked up the meaning of the word imagination so I could share that with you guys this morning. And it simply says imagination is the faculty or action of forming new ideas or images or concepts of external objects not present to the senses. Another definition says the ability of the mind to be creative or resourceful. And I want to really encourage you today, because your imagination, you are in control of that. Your imagination, there are no viruses. Well, I hope there are no viruses there that you have to close the borders of your imagination. You are free to keep the borders of that nation open. In that nation, you are prime minister, you are president, you are chief of the defense staff. You are in charge of that nation this morning. And I want you to share this video to all persons who you believe could benefit from it this morning, because I was reading a little bit this morning also in preparation for this live, and I saw a post from April month this year, I believe it was, that said approximately 91% of the population, the world's population, live in countries where borders are closed. 91% of the population. And I feel as though this existed even before. I believe even a greater percentage of the population, their imaginations have been closed for a very long time, even outside of the pandemic that we are living in today. So there was a pandemic that existed before that caused persons to close their imagination. And I'm helping you this morning and encouraging you to open that imagination up. I was hearing a guy talking about bottled water one time, and he said he grew up in an area, where he, in his time, it was standpipe, bathe by the standpipe, full water by the standpipe, drink water from the standpipe, only to live to an age where he would see water in bottles being sold. That's something that he would have, consumed at the standpipe for free. Well, technically for free, yeah. Bottled water is now the most consumed beverage in the United States of America. Go read up your stats and see. That was somebody's imagination. This was somebody's imagination. I'm asking you this morning, have you closed the borders of your nation, your imagination? Well, then there's no reason to keep it closed this morning. Open up the borders of your imagination this morning. There's a quote that I have that simply says, expand your mind. You'll be amazed at what fits in it. Expand your mind this morning, guys. Let your mind run. Imagine things. Get creative. Think about different ideas. At the beginning of this pandemic, when a lot of persons were quarreling and talking about the fact that all these groceries and pharmacies were out of sanitizers and hand soap and these different things, I saw someone. I don't know if they were making these hand soaps before, but I saw someone with a truckload of hand soap. As a matter of fact, when I saw them, all I saw was a truck with one bottle remaining on it. It means that he was sold out. So when everybody else was complaining that the shelves are empty at the pharmacies and the groceries, this individual allowed their mind to expand, and they decided to sell what was needed in the marketplace. So I'm encouraging you guys this morning, once again, you are responsible for a nation, and that nation is your imagination this morning. So share this live with someone that they too could get value from it. I've seen several companies like Amazon and Zoom and Facebook, all these companies that has grown exponentially throughout this pandemic. Some people are saying that their incomes have been slashed. Some people are saying that their businesses are suffering. That's because they have shut the borders of their imagination. I've heard of a company in the UK that was selling alcohol before the pandemic. That's not a necessity, it's not essential. So when the pandemic started, they were shut down. The CEO of that company decided, you know what, we're already selling alcohol, why not, and we're already manufacturing, why not start selling a new product? And they converted their business, or added, I should say, a new line of business, and they started doing hand sanitizers. That's because the CEO's imagination was open. He did not close his borders, or the borders of his imagination. So I'm encouraging you this morning. There is some idea. Get your creative juices flowing a little bit after you look at this live. It should get you flowing a little bit. If you have been struggling through this pandemic, if you have suffered loss of income, get your imagination flowing this morning. And I'm telling you, some idea is going to pop up in your mind that is going to help you. And if you don't have one, connect with me. Connect with me. Through the pandemic, guys, most of you know that we homeschool our children already. So when everybody was now thinking about that or having issues with that, we've been doing that for a few years before the pandemic. When everybody was concerned about working, we were already working from home before the pandemic. Now, people's imaginations are running wild about working from home and homeschooling. Their imaginations are now running wild with this, because really and truly there's no other option in most cases at this point. Get your imagination running wild, guys. Don't close the borders of your imagination. I'm looking forward to hearing from one of you this morning. Share this live. Share this live. Tag some friends on this live. Drop me a comment if you got value from this. And promise me, if you are going to open the borders of your imagination, drop me a comment and let me know that your borders are open. Yeah? Because the truth of the matter is, nations' borders are closed, so people can't travel from nation to nation. But here's what, if my imagination is open and your imagination is open, maybe we could travel to each other's imagination and something good could come out of it. Have a great day, guys. Love you all. Drop me a comment. Share this live. Looking forward to seeing you next week, Monday morning, for another episode of CDR Inspiration. Bye for now, guys. Love you all.